Hey Blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows and KOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
What was that?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good.
I'll keep that in.
Please do. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I feel like shit.
Actually, that's a lie. We detected that was a lie. Actually, I haven't been feeling so since they announced the whole ticket thing. You guys, I haven't slept. I have been a mess. I wasn't even this crazy. Well, yes, I was about the cruise. Yeah, I was this crazy.
Yeah.
But I just, oh my gosh, I was like having dreams, and it wasn't necessarily about ticket buying, but I was having dreams about like missing the concert, like being late to the concert and stuff like that. And it's just been all week. So it just wasn't it, I'm glad this is now over because this is Thursday. Pre-sale went on today.
Yep.
Brooke came over to my house and we proceeded to buy tickets.
But too many.
So we bought way too many, you guys. We bought way too many.
I mean,
so here's what happened.
Yeah, let's just talk about it because it is what it is. We have a lot of tickets, you guys. To the same shows.
Ahead, Brooke, you talk about it.
To the same shows.
Yes, to the same show.
We didn't buy all the tickets for like, the Northeast region. We bought all the tickets for Boston. No.
Yeah.
And we also bought some tickets for Mohican. But it's because you guys, I'm just going to say, in the past on Ticketmaster, when buying bar stools, I don't think that you would pick your seats.
I don't recall, but I do have to say Michelle did the ticket buying last time, so we never did any ticket buying.
I know, but I remember we didn't know what seats we had until we actually got there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And then it was like a surprise.
Okay.
Who bought our tickets for the first bar stools we did?
Me.
It wasn't Michelle.
No, it was me.
Yeah. Right.
I don't believe we had a clue.
Were.
No, we didn't know. I know on that one. I feel like maybe I did though, because I feel like I remember like choosing the corner. So I could have bought those. I was just trying to find two together. But yeah, I feel like I've seen others
say that they didn't.
Yeah, and anyway. I can't remember. So it may have been that way. But let's just say that today was a shit show.
It didn't work. Like that was awful because I was trying to select seats and I didn't care what two I got. I just wanted two next to each other.
Right.
There's no such thing as a bad bar stool seat.
And at one point, we didn't even care that they were together.
Correct. We were just trying to grab whatever, but everyone was trying to grab the same seats. So anyway, long story short, you had already purchased your ultimate.
Yes, I did. So I was screwed.
So we needed VIP.
Right. We needed some sort of VIP and we weren't getting bar stools. Like there was just no way. We just weren't getting them. Like they just weren't coming up.
So Kevin grabbed a couple 5-star.
No, I did.
5-star. Oh, you did. Okay. So you got the 5-star VIP.
Right. And Kevin said buy them. And I was like, okay, fine. So I bought them just because we needed VIP so I could do my ultimate, which I'm just going to put this out here, you guys. I am so very, very, very thankful for this. I didn't realize like there weren't that many like ultimates.
Aren't there like 10 per city?
Well, I think that's what was said. And I was like, what?
I know that there's not many.
That's crazy.
It's really hard to get.
So I did.
I'm so thrilled that you got it.
I'm nervous already. Hopefully I just won't be like, I've been waiting for this my whole life. I'm probably going to say that.
You're going to be a wreck.
Like, I'm going to be a wreck.
You're going to be fine. You're going to be a nervous wreck, but you're going to be fine.
It'll be fine. And I am just going to have Brooke for emotional support. So.
Right. I didn't do an ultimate because I didn't want to. Right. Which sounds bad. I would do it, but it's not my dream. I'm happy just like meeting them on the stage and like going on the VA, like, going down the line. I'm happy with that. That's good for me. Nikki really wanted an ultimate and she will love it.
I really wanted a photo shoot with them. That's really what it was all about. I just wanted a bunch of photos with me and New Kids on the Block to be like, look at me. I'm with New Kids on the Block.
So finally, Maria.
Yes. Saint Maria.
She was able to get us bar stools.
She was. Together.
So now we have bar stools and 5. Hey.
And we have 5-star.
Did I bleep out? Did I robot? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you did a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to try to sell my 5-star. And then in the midst of all this, because I'm crying before Maria, I'm crying at this point. Like I was crying, like legit upset. Because I went into this really, you guys, thinking we were going to get bar stools. Like, and maybe I shouldn't go into thinking that, but I was like super positive. Like, we're going to get them. What?
And we did.
And we did. Yes. And we did, which amazing.
It was just stressful.
It was. And so Brooke and I decided that we are going to take Bryn and Sadie to the Boston show. One of the Boston shows, if they have 2. So
which they will,
and that will be amazing. And hopefully we'll be able to get
tickets for that one.
Right. So I go on and I was like, do these look good? And I wasn't paying attention to the price. Like, I know that sounds very stupid, but they weren't 4-star or 5-star. So I just immediately thought they would be less. I did not look, and because of, again, I'm not this stupid, you guys, but it was like everything was going on. I was still like halfway crying. I don't even know at that point if we'd have gotten bar stools. I can't remember if we hadn't or not at that part. That point.
And there were 4 seats right in a row, and they were good. They were great seats.
Right.
And you said, do these look good? And I said, yeah, those look great. Should I get them? Yeah, get them. We didn't look at the price.
We just didn't look at the price, and they were platinum seating, which Ticketmaster says that they can like raise and lower the price of the tickets based on demand. And you guys, we paid way more for those 4 tickets than we paid for our 5-star. So I was like, I'm just gutted. Like I just couldn't believe it. And I know it's my own fault. I didn't look at the price. Totally my fault. I'm going to try to resell them, try to get back. I mean, maybe somebody doesn't mind paying that much for those seats. I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's just, again, I didn't think that those seats were going to be, because they weren't labeled differently, as they weren't labeled any differently than any of the other seats were, unless you hovered over it. And when you hovered over it, it said platinum seating. So, and then like when you clicked on it, it obviously said it, but I wasn't paying attention. So this is all on me. Like, this is all my fault.
No,
like, I totally understand.
You were, I mean, it was a very stressful situation at that desk.
Yeah.
And we were just doing what we could do and trying to get what we could get, just like anybody else. And so we ended up with those. And then I bought 4 tickets that were more reasonably priced.
Right. I mean, they're almost half the price, you guys.
I mean, they are half the price.
Yeah.
They're less than half the price.
So I mean,
and they're still great seats. So we're just going to do what we can with these extra kits. And
I mean, I'm not trying to make a profit. I'm just trying to get my money back. So I'm just going to sell them for what I paid for them. They're fantastic seats, but I just don't want to pay that much for them. But there might be somebody out there we can't afford to. Like, we really can't.
To be honest.
No.
Like, we got bar stools, and those are really expensive.
Right.
So that's why we were not doing like VIP or anything for that Boston show. We were taking our kids.
Right.
And we really splurged on the Mohegan.
Right. So, we planned to do 5-star plus for the second Boston show if it came about. We still plan on doing that.
2 of us.
Yes. I mean, we do still plan on doing that. Yeah. If we can get it. But oh my goodness gracious. So that was our ticket.
And maybe this is all first world problems. Like, this is all first
100%. Like, and you guys were super gracious. We're super thankful that we got the tickets that we did. It just was a little bit of a stressful situation. So I don't want anybody to think I'm like trying to, be not grateful for what we've got. I just it just was crazy.
Yeah.
So
it was
very
crazy.
thankful for Maria. And
Maria, you're the real MVP.
Oh my God. For sure. So bar stools in Mohegan, going to Boston. It was going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
It is going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm super pumped about it.
Yeah.
And my daughter is like beyond. She's so excited, you guys.
Bryn's pretty excited too. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I did not think she would want to go.
Really?
Really. Because we've talked about this before. Like, we talked about it again. Like, I feel like I mentioned it to her. Like, would you ever want to go with me again to a concert? And she was like, maybe, So when I asked her, she was like, yes. Like, I want to see New Kids. Of course I want to see them. I'm like, okay, maybe I dreamt it. I don't know. Sometimes, you have those dreams that like you think are real. Maybe that's what happened, because I seriously didn't think she would want to go, but she like let me know. She definitely did. And I said, well, there's not going to be a meet and greet. Is that okay? And she's like, oh my God, yes, that's fine. So that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So we have a special guest for you today. His name is Joe and his campaign manager, Tracy Bird. He's going to come on. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself and something really cool that he's doing. He's a blockhead just like us. And yeah, we can't wait for you to meet him. So here it is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Whoa. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
All right.
Are we ready? Do you want me to intro? Are we
yes,
going to do
let's
this?
do it. Let's do it.
All right. All right. This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is Joseph.
And this is Bird.
Yay.
And this is my so-called winner.
Oh, we didn't hear you, Brooke, because Brooke's internet is still crapping out on us. So
what? My internet? Oh, it is. It is.
Poor Brooke has internet problems right now. And we will resolve them soon. But she was saying, and this is my so-called whatever. That's what this
that
is.
That is why. Did I robot it?
You did. It was like my so-called whatever.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man.
It's fine. It's fine.
Humanoid.
So, as you guys have heard, we have two special guests. We have Joe and we have Tracy. Tracy is Joe's campaign manager for what we're about to talk about. You guys know Tracy, you know Bird from our previous episode, which we were so lucky to have her on and heard her amazing stories. So we wanted to get this story out because it's an amazing story. Joe is a blockhead, just like us. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself. He's going to tell us a little bit about his discovery story, because we all love a new kid's discovery story. And then we're going to hear a really cool thing that he's doing. And we're going to all go and help him out. So let's start, Joe, with talking a little bit about you being a blockhead and how this all came to be. Like, how did you become a blockhead?
Well, first I want to say, Nikki, Brooke, thank you so much for having me on. I'm extremely honored and I really appreciate it. So it happened, I believe, back in the 4th grade. I remember hearing the Hangin' Tough song, right? I was like, whoa, this is a bad song. This is pretty awesome. I love it. And then from that point, I bought bed sheets that had the New Kids on it. I bought pillowcase that had it on there. I bought posters. I bought the sweatshirt. I mean, I had everything, right? I thought I was the coolest kid around. And, you know, of course, kids would make fun of me at school because I was wearing New Kids on the Block, where the guys were, the girls understood, right? Yeah. So that's why, like, when I'm talking to you now about a guy being a major fan of being a blockhead, like it's not common, right?
No.
It's not at all. But I'm proud. I don't care. I love it. And, you know, it's been a great experience. So my first really big experience was we were in Houston on a family vacation, and my mom and dad and I and my brother, we went to the Galleria, and I found out that the New Kids were there like that day, like literally 10 minutes before, and I was like, where did they walk? I want to walk in their footsteps. Like, I was so excited. Like, it was back in the day where spandex were cool. So I was wearing spandex with no shorts over them and a shirt. I mean, I was a dumb kid. I mean, I was wearing really weird stuff. But anyways, afterwards, my mom said, you know, it was a secret. She took me to the Houston Astrodome, and we got out. Like, Mom, what are we doing here? And we walk up to this ticket scalper, and he had on a New Kids shirt. I'm like, no way. Like, we're not really doing this. And my mom ended up buying tickets off a scalper. Like, I remember it was a crazy amount of money that she spent. And then the guy, to sweeten the deal, gave the shirt off his back. I mean, that smelled like him and everything. It was sweaty because it was hot outside, but I put it on because I was excited about it. I may still have it somewhere. Anyways, it was to the New Kids show. And we sat at the very back. Like, if you look at the stage, we're at the very back, at the very top, you know, at the Astrodome, and it looked like little ants and everything. So it was a really, it was a cool experience to be able to see the New Kids. And then, you know, after that, it was a continuous thing. We would go to mini concerts, and there's a couple instances, a couple of things I remember. The first one, so we went to San Antonio show, and we were watching, you know, I had the show and everything. My mom used to follow Journey and all these other bands, and kind of knew how to do the whole chasing around the groups. And so anyways, after the concert, we got in the car. She's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to follow these vans. And so there was 2 black vans. And so, you know, when they stop, you're going to get out, and it's probably going to be them. So one of them stopped. I got out, and it was a decoy van. So I ran, and there was another, you know, the one is up ahead. So I ran and finally went there, and then it was parked on the side of the hotel, and the gate opened up on the side of the hotel. And then all of a sudden pops the door, New Kids pop out. I'm right there in the middle. I don't want to say ran over because they didn't like stomp on me, but they bumped me and I fell over. And, I see Joey look back at me. That's why he's always been my favorite, because Joey McIntyre looked back at me and kind of smiled a little bit, was like, "Hey kid, you all right?" But I got to go. But it was really cool, really awesome. And then the next day we went to Austin, Texas, and I went with my cousin. And my cousin to this day, my cousin Jason, yes, I just dropped his name on there. He's like this big, tough, country boy now, and he will not admit that he's a New Kids fan. But we went to the show. I went with him, and it was before the show, and it was Biscuit. You remember Biscuit and all that, all the crew. And so, anyways, Donnie and his little entourage were in the back, and they're on these little electric scooters, and they have the tape around us, tape, so the crowd can get there. Like, tape is really going to stop us, right? So anyways, he keeps, coming on the scooter closer and closer to us, and the crowds keep moving. All of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. All the crowd breaks through. Donnie's onto the scooter, going as far as he can, as fast as he can, away from the crowd. But anyways, I see my cousin dart off. Like, I didn't do it. My cousin darted off, chased him, grabbed his jacket, but then lost it. But I have a picture of Donnie going by, when he had that really long ponytail. I have him like going by on his scooter. And it's just stories like those that, great memories of. I remember these songs that we had, Step by Step, like one of my favorite karaoke songs. Like, I will sing that every time in a karaoke. It's just memories like that, even today, that I don't know, just it gives me chills, makes me happy. It's my happy place. And, and the coolest thing too is my son. And I don't know how, like, I did not forcibly like put New Kids on him, right? But one day I hear him going like, step by step. I mean, I hear him singing step by step, like, whoa. How'd you hear that? How do you know this? This was like Simpson. I was so excited. We started, listening to things, listening to New Kids, and football, wrestling practice, any type of pump up music. We listened to Block Party and Remix, in the truck, and we have a blast. And yes, he loves it. And so I had to be quiet because he's in the other room. But for Christmas, I got him a VIP package to San Antonio. So I can't wait. So he's going to be really excited. I told him today, awesome. I told him today, you have a Christmas surprise for you, but I can't tell you. I want to tell you, but I can't. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh my God, excited. That's the best. That is the best.
Is so
because
awesome.
My mom for Christmas, actually, those Austin tickets I was telling you about, bought me those Austin tickets for Christmas, and I had to do like a scavenger hunt, and I found them in the freezer for the final scavenger hunt. And so I want to kind of do something like that for him, because it's kind of, I guess, things I want to continue to grow on with to my kid, because that's what my mom did to me.
How cool is your mom? Like, so cool.
Oh yeah, my mom is really a cool person. She's awesome. She's a great inspiration. She's a person that really got me, into the music that I did. My dad was always into like Pink Floyd and Ozzy Osbourne and stuff like that, which is great. I love those artists. But my mom was more like Rod Stewart and Journey and Styx and so forth. And then started hearing all these other boy bands and MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. I mean, she loved that. Of course, she embarrassed me when she danced, but I still enjoyed it. It was great.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about how long. So were you still a fan when Face of Music came out? Because sometimes, we talk to different people. It's not that they weren't a fan, but it kind of like, because Nirvana was around and all kinds of different music was around, like the grunge era, that was the height of it in like early 90s, mid 90s. Were you a Face of Music fan?
Yeah. I think I was. I mean, I still had my little group that I still loved. But yeah, I would say I was a little bit of a fan for sure. Yeah, I mean, I definitely explored, because that's about that time is when, started to explore like Nirvana, Metallica, and all these other hair bands that were coming out. And so I was like kind of starting to alter, my ego a little bit with those kind of things. And, Run DMC, Aerosmith, I mean, you name it. So I really started getting into those. And I will tell you though, when the New Kids ended, it broke my heart. I mean, I know that's a weird thing to hear.
No,
it crushed me.
I hear you.
I remember hearing it too. Like I was seriously kind of depressed about it, because it was one of those things for years. It was like my childhood happiness, and then all of a sudden to hear that they broke up, I was like, whoa, what? I mean, you don't do that. But then when they came back, and I remember it was my second year of teaching. And I remember they did, I believe, his appearance on the Today Show. I believe it was.
Oh, yes, it was.
I remember purposely, I can think of a bad teacher, but I purposely said, because I remember hearing like, okay, this is maybe a surprise on Today Show. So I had my kids that morning. I had them do a special project on their own, a group project. And I said, please don't bother me for 30 minutes,
That's a perfect teacher. That's amazing.
So I turned on the TV that was in my room, and I listened to it. And I remember telling the kids, quiet, I can't hear, it's quiet, because I wanted to hear it. I was so excited, to see that they're coming back. It was like, it's like those childhood memories just coming back.
Right.
And that's why, like, this whole thing, with Boston and be able to go, to all these other concerts and the last tour and so forth, and chasing them around, to actually be able to afford to be able to go do it on your own instead of relying on your parents, but be able to do it on your own. It's just the biggest dream of mine. It's the coolest thing.
You have adult money now, so that money.
I know, right? Adulting sucks, except for the fact that I can actually go do stuff on my own now without asking my mom's permission.
Right. So tell me about the first time. Well, tell us about the first time. Like I'm like saying, tell me, because this is my show or something. Sorry, Brooke.
Tell us.
Tell us.
It's fine. I'll just sound like a robot if I talk.
Tell us about the first time you met them.
Okay, the first real encounter or the first like oops encounter? Because the first one was when I got ran over.
Okay, yes.
I got outside the hotel.
The first time you talked to them.
That was 3 years ago. So
it was only 2 years ago.
It feels like 3.
I know it does.
Okay,
because of COVID.
So 2 years ago, it was the tour with Paula Abdul. She's freaking gorgeous, by the way, in person, and Boyz II Men, and we went to San Antonio, and that's that's when I met Tracy and Stacy and Jen and Julie.
No, this was the mixtape tour. You're getting them mixed up.
Well, it was a mixtape. Yeah, that was it. It was Paula Abdul.
That was 4 years ago.
That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. That's right. It was the one after that. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. It was the one after that. And so we went to San Antonio. We went beforehand to get it, do the VIP thing, and see these girls over there. Hey, come over to us. We'll let you be in our group. And they're like, but except you cannot take a picture with Donnie. One of them said Donnie. One of them said Danny. I'm like, fine, you get him, Danny. But Donnie, I love Donnie. But no, we can't. You can't take it. That's ours. So anyways, I ended up taking pictures with Joey. So, when I first walked in, first off, being back behind the curtain is like, whoa, you don't know what to expect. Right. I mean, it's like nerve wracking. And I don't know, Tracy, you remember this or not? I was pretty nervous. I was nervous the whole time. We were standing in line. It seemed like, it took hours just to get there. And I was so nervous. I was sweating. And it was even bad enough to where I was like, oh shit, I got to tuck my shirt in. I got to look decent for the New Kids, right? So I took my shirt in, and we go through the curtain, and it's just quiet. You see them standing there, they're looking at you like, holy, is this really happening right now? Like, is this legit? Like, you're real. So I really had no idea really what to say at all. I was like, hey, Danny, how are you? And then I ended up giving hugs to the guys, and then Donnie took a picture with me, and then I think the last words I said is, and this is so stupid, Jonathan, you used to not be my favorite, but now you're jumping up there. You're almost one of my favorites now. And like, I was that nervous that I said that to him, because he used to not be, but Jonathan is like pretty legit. Like, I love for him has grown a lot. But he's a pretty legit guy, and him coming out and his story and all that stuff, and I just think it's an inspiration to a lot of people. So he's really become one of my favorites. But man, I was just so starstruck. And but here's the deal: is I've been chatting with the group of girls, the Blockhead girls, and I definitely made a promise that I'm going to be fangirling this next round, because like I got it all out. Now I get to like be me and be like, oh my God, so excited.
Yes.
You ran over me back when I was 4th grade, that kind of stuff. So
you have to say that. You have to tell them you ran me over.
You ran me over. But that's
Joe,
okay.
You looked at me. Do you remember?
Right. But I loved it so much. Do it again. Hit me now. But it was just...
Well, you'll get your chance when we go to we're going to do bar stools.
Oh yeah.
You got bar stools?
Yeah.
Are you so
Yeah, we
excited?
bought them today.
So you guys are doing this again? You guys are all doing San Antonio again?
We're doing
Edinburgh and San Antonio.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
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 So this is your first bar stool, right?
This is my first bar stool, yes. So yes, the first really, honestly, the really cool experience ever was when we flew to Brooklyn, and we got pit. We got pit seats. I don't know if you remember when Paul Abdul and Boyz II Men toured, but they had the kind of the circular stage on the front, and they had the pit in the middle. Well, we got the pit. Well, I made sure to get there like very early, so I was like the first one in there. And I made sure my spot was right there in the center. And I just put my hands on the stage, and the whole night, man, I was getting stepped on, sweated on. Paul Abdul grabbed my hand. I mean, I got selfies with Joey and Jonathan. Like, it was awesome. It was freaking awesome. And ever since then, I've been spoiled on my tickets. Like, I had to be close to the stage. I cannot be anywhere else closer to the stage.
Oh, just wait till you have bar stools. You'll never go back.
Oh gosh.
Never. Right, Tracy?
Yeah.
Never go back.
True.
Absolutely.
Never go back.
It's true. Oh gosh, it's so true.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now. There's something special that you're doing, something really cool. So tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so let me give you a little backstory. So I get this email one day, and it is from the Men's Journal Legendary Dad Bod Competition, and automatically I'm like, okay, what is this? Somebody had nominated me, and I don't know how like the nominations would ever work. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. And I remember telling my 11-year-old about it. Because, Dad, you totally got 11 bod. You don't have any abs anymore, and your muscles aren't as big. So it's like a little bit. So yeah, anyways, long story short, I ended up enrolling into this thing, and I was like, why not? But also when I enrolled in it, I realized that it supports the B+ Foundation. And my years. So if you don't know what the B+ Foundation is it helps families of kids, pediatrics that have cancer. It helps them with all types of things, expenses, cheering them up, giving them food. It even helps research cancer for pediatrics. Wow. And so as a teacher and a principal, I've experienced this organization a lot, because I've had thousands of kids come through, and a lot have unfortunately had cancer, or their families have had cancer, and and the B+ Foundation has been around. And so it's kind of like God's thing, saying, you know what, you only have 2 abs, you have man boobs, and you have handles. So yeah, you have a dad bod, but also on top of that, you get to be be there to help give back, and you saw that your students went through that, so you get to kind of help raise money for that and give back. And so that's and Tracy, but to tell you this, I was nothing but nervous and everything else about doing this whole thing. And it was driving me crazy the very first round. Because I'm very competitive, and I want to win, obviously. But also on top of that, I just, I don't want to let people down. I want to be able to, do enough to raise money for the B+ Foundation. so then that's when my campaign manager, Tracy, said, you know what, let's try to help you out a little bit more. And ever since she's helped out, I mean, I've stayed in first, for a large majority of the time. And, the really cool thing is, me being in my, 40s, 42, which I would hardly ever admit that, but I finally admitted that to people. I'm 42.
It's okay. I'm hitting there. I'm hitting it in December. 42 is the number. 42.
Oh, you got this. You got this. But in the 40s, and be able to say that, I have a whole other family outside of my normal family, the Blockhead family. And it is crazy because I never really experienced it as a kid, right? And then whenever I got older, they weren't really around. And then when they came back, I was excited, but also I was right out of college and doing the partying thing. But now that I'm settled down, have a kid and house and stuff like that, and your friends get fewer, then I feel like I get a lot more because of my Blockhead family. So I know kind of ramble a little bit, but I've had the Blockhead family come to really support me a lot and encourage me a lot and vote for me. And it's just been an extreme blessing. It really has. I'm excited, to be part of this competition. Not just because I'm competitive, but because I want others to kind of see what is at stake here. It's a cancer for kids. And even if it's not voting for me, voting for somebody else, you're helping to support, the cancer research for these kids. Mm-hmm. So it's just a really cool way to be able to help promote this organization, and to be able to give back. And I absolutely love this. And I love it so much that I don't know if I need to I'm going to talk about this now, but kind of like what I'm going to do with the money.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. All right. So first off, Blockheads definitely want to listen to this because with that, so if I do win, that's $25,000. Okay. And I get a men's journal. And I don't know if you know men's journal, it's kind of like Men's Health, but men's journal is nationwide. Mm-hmm. But they're going to fly me out, do a photo shoot, do two-page article and spread about me and the organization, the B Plus organization, but also get $25,000. So with the $25,000, I've dedicated to not only giving a very large majority of that, almost all of it, back to the B Plus organization, but also the rest of that money I'm setting aside to buy 2 sets of tickets to the VIP package for new kids.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be 4 tickets. Two. It's going to be 2 to each member of the place of their choice. Ooh. But that's if they're still available. Right, and we'll try to work that out. And I know that's a little bit later in the segment about the ticket issues, but if it's available, I'm going to get that. But that's going to be part of what I'm going to do, and I'm going to give the rest to the B Plus organization. But how we're going to do this is and Tracy's going to help me out. I'm going to create a Google Doc, a Google form, where every time you vote, you take a snapshot and you go into this Google form and you put your name and you upload the snapshot, and it has the date that you did and it shows that you voted.
This is every a really
time
cool
you
contest.
do that puts you into the drawing. So if you vote every single day, and so for instance, right now, I believe the competition has ended for this round, which puts me into top 5. Yes. It shows on first Blockheads, but it puts me into top 5. And then after that is the group finalists, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. So it's dwindling down more and more each time. So which means I'm really going to need the Blockheads' help much more with these coming rounds, because I'm sure these other guys really look studly. So, but every time you vote, then that puts you into the pot to be able to get drawn. So if you vote every single day, then you're going to have more votes. You're going to have more chances for you to win those VIP tickets. Also, if you donate money to that organization, and you have the opportunity to do that, like once you vote, it'll take you, say you voted, and it'll take you back to the page, and it'll show you like a little bar and say you can also donate 4 votes. So if you donate for that, then that'll also put you into the pot further to be able to get drawn. It's not going to be drawn based on favoritism. It's going to be fair. It's going to be just drawn randomly. Because I mean, I definitely want to give back and to my Blockhead family for taking care of me and help at least push me, all the way. Now, that's only if I win. I can't afford it if I don't. So
right.
So no, so I mean, it's exciting. Just, I'm not saying I'm gonna get that far, and it'd be cool to really get that far, but if I do, that's definitely what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to take care of my Blockhead fan, but also the B Plus Foundation.
Vote screenshot.
Well, Blockheads, they've done a lot of cool stuff.
Yes.
So I feel like if this gets out to the community, that, come on, we're going to vote for a fellow Blockhead. Of course we are. And we know that we've done things where we vote every day. It only takes a second. Just click on it.
Anytime.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just put a reminder on your calendar. It's easy. Just do it. And we'll have links for you guys to be able to vote. We'll also be tweeting and posting in our Facebook group and on our Facebook. So you guys will have reminders, and that will give you no excuse. You'll just have to go and vote, and we'll just have to keep him in first place. So he can do all this.
Yeah, there are days when they have actual double votes where it counts as a double vote. So,
really?
Yes. Yeah. So like it was, I think 2 days ago where there was a double vote day. So those are the days I really need people to come out and vote for those double vote days.
Yes. Now, do you know that ahead of time when they're going to be double vote days?
I do not. It just randomly pops up.
Okay. Yes, all right. Well, we will definitely make sure that the word gets out with our community, and then hopefully our community will share and get this out there so we can get you, this is just a great cause that you're helping support with an awesome, really cool contest. This is really cool. So I really hope, yes, I think this is fun. And
that was a great idea.
Yes. Tracy with the campaign management. If you need a campaign manager, go to Tracy.
Tracy's been like more competitive. Like I thought I was competitive, but Tracy's actually become a little more competitive than I have. But
I love it.
Like there's been times when I said, Tracy, just hold on, it's okay. No, I got this. And I come back and I just did this. Like, really, Tracy, come on. But I love her to death. She's been in my corner, and she's really trying to help support this cause and push it forward. So I'm extremely grateful to her and y'all in the Blockhead Nation. And I told somebody the other day, I said I'm perfectly fine with continuing to do this, just as long as Donnie doesn't try to enter and try to beat me at the dad bod contest. He can't do it because he has abs. I only have like 1 or 2, so I can enter. He can't.
Oh gosh. Well, this is awesome. We really appreciate you coming on. We always love to hear a fan story. As you guys know, we love our fan stories, and especially a guy coming on and sharing there. Come on. This is amazing. And we're right there with you. Like, we have the same emotions, and you're a blockhead. So we've got to help blockheads out. Blockheads help blockheads, and we're going to do this for you. We're going to get this out and try to get you into first place, so that way you win. That would be amazing. And Absolutely. Look, you guys, it's going to be easy. You vote and you get put in a drawing. You could win some pretty amazing tickets, but even so, let's just help him. Yes. It's super easy. I've been voting. It's so easy. It's super simple. So just put it out there. So thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Bird, for coming on again.
No, thank you for having us.
And we'll have everything out there. Like I said, you guys, we'll make sure that we have the links out there so you guys can vote. So make sure you're checking our Facebook and our Twitter and our website. Go to those links, vote.
Do it.
Do it. That's all I have to say.
Do it.
Thanks, guys.
Well, but thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be talking to you again when you win.
Yes.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Awesome.
Anytime.
Awesome. All right. Yay. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was great.
Yep.
That was a great episode.
That was a great episode. Check our website for all the links that we talked about. And send us your stories at whatever@gmail.com.
Right. And if you guys want a Halloween episode, you guys gotta come through. You gotta send your stories.
You gotta send stories because we have like one.
But I do have to say that I did some research on some Maine ghosts and legends if you guys are interested.
Ooh,
because I have a Google Doc that I like typed up a report. Like my 4th grade teacher would have been very proud.
I have a question.
Yes.
That's amazing. And I have a question. I have an episode idea, but I don't know if it's a good idea.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I don't know how you would feel. I think that you would like it. I mean, I think that you would have fun doing it.
Okay.
I don't know if people want to hear it. What if we did one of those Stephen King tours in Bangor and like talked about it?
I think that would be amazing because there's
like we could take pictures.
Yeah.
And like post it on our website. Like, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Do you guys want us to do it?
I've always wanted to do one anyway. So like, I think we should do it anyway.
Let's just do it.
I think that it would be really neat.
Let's just do it for an episode.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Okay.
We really should.
Okay. This is fun.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, so usually Brooke and I end the episode together, but for some reason, I don't know if we were still kind of crazy from ticket buying earlier in the day, but we like never did an outro, like a complete outro. So send us your stories to mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com. Remember, if you want to have a scary stories episode, you need to send those in to us. So we'll be loving you forever. Bye.